Jail and prison experiences. According to Reddit. Number 11. My brother was in prison. He was almost beaten to death by guards. He still won't talk about it, and it's been over 20 years. An edit. He's a paranoid schizophrenic with bipolar disorder. He was in and out of the system because he was 9 years old, although the schizophrenia didn't come on to his later mid-20s. The bipolar after the prison kicked in. We believe the bipolar trauma was induced and created by the beating, although that's not an official finding. He lives alone, talks to very few people, and is musically gifted. He plays guitar masterfully and sings just as well. If you have 5 hours to spare, he has a wonderful conspiracy story that involves Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne having Randy Rhoads killed. I'm pretty sure it just goes on and on like this. Not quite what I was looking for. Maybe I'll read number 12. Okay, try to sleep as much as possible, because it's not pleasant to be awake in a room filled with cots and a variety of random strangers. Oh, I know this type of prison layout. Or jail. I don't know about prison, baby. Where they got y'all all together, you know. Usually it's a room and you're sharing it with like max 3 other dudes. Some of whom are cool while others are scary. There's a hierarchy, so you're lucky, or if you're lucky, you'll locate and secure a buddy near your cot who offers to show you the ropes and lets you use her shampoo and wants to play cards. Okay, so this is a female situation. I was like, what is happening here? Do not tell the intake nurse the truth if she asks you if you have ever been suicidal, because I was long ago, and since I answered honestly, I was sent to solitary confinement where I had to be buck naked with all the lights on 24 hours a day, no blankets, only paper towel, and the camera was on you, and a creepy perverted guard was watching you all night long. All night long, get naked all night, take out them titties all night. Are you crazy? Still got your titties out all night. It's fucked up, huh? It's fucked up how they treat you on the inside. Tell you to strip down, get naked. Just because you're having thoughts, you know. You think you're tired of life on the outside? Wait until you go in, Chelsea. Hello to Linda, Chrissy, and Cart Potf. What is Cart Poth? He says, "Damn, this channel died." I mean, you're the one with the fly on your user picture there. So we roll up to number 10. I think 12 was a better entry than 11. In that at least it was giving us a picture of the inside. I feel like it's a little bit different from the men's situation. You know what I mean? And I guess as we go up, I'll be able to explain it to you. The longest that I have ever done was 90 days in a very small jail. Boring 90 days at most. We had like 7 inmates, including DOC and females. I play a lot of spades. It's all cards with you guys.
On the screen, it's another chat, so you need to put this one there.
Oh. Yeah. Give me a second. Meh. Sorry, there's like notifications via Windows popping up, and I can't get anything done because of it. Maybe if I just close the other one. Is this right? No, that's the one I'm looking at. I'm gonna try to get rid of it and then bring it back up, stream chat. Like that. And it's not the one with the Mighty Quinn.
No. The last person that wrote anything is Pandaren.
I'm closing that and opening it again. There we go. Alrighty, fuck me, sorry. Jesus. The entry goes, the longest that I've spent is 90 days in a very small jail. Boring 90 days at most. We had like 17 minutes, including DOC and females. I played a lot of spades, watched a lot of stupid things on TV. Real Housewives. Well, that's exactly what you know people are trying to watch on the inside, is the gross part. We usually had cigarettes smuggled in from the road crew, so that was cool. My cellmate was in a PC program, and he was on trial for murder. The dude was annoying as fuck. The highlights of my sentence included tripping on LSD for the first time ever, burning books in the shower because it was winter and it was cold. I like that. I like that y'all are burning books inside. That is really uncool. I'll tell you what, man, it's better to have an annoying cellmate than somebody that's got it out for you. Trust me, it's better to have every kind of cellmate than somebody that's got it out for you, baby. These guys are making it sound like it's some kind of, I don't know, boredom situation. And I think that's like jail, but unfortunately this is both jail and prison. I can guess as we go further to the top, we'll get some prison stories. Number 9, I've been a lawyer for a couple of times. Wait, I've been as a lawyer a couple of times. And that is good enough for me. I'm fairly claustrophobic, so as an attorney visiting clients, you walk through the door, they shut it and lock it behind you. A few seconds later, unlock the next door and you have to walk through. The moment locked between those two doors is creepy for me. I can't imagine being in it for more than a couple of hours. Also, it blows my mind that they genuinely don't feed you enough to survive in many jails or prisons. Everyone has to buy from the commissary to subsidize their nutrition. That's just how it goes. What I love is that some people are so thin as far as will is concerned that if you ever really lock them up, they would go maximum crazy. This is the truth about a lot of people, is they don't have what it takes. And if you put them in a situation where you put a gun to their head or you locked them somewhere against their own will, they would just break. They'd do anything, they'd say anything, they'd implicate anyone, they'd admit to anything. And that's why it's so cruel when the police get some of these motherfuckers at the station and their freedom is going to be taken away, whether they're guilty or not. They can make these motherfuckers sing like a parrot. Don't even need to get too, aggressive or invasive or getting in people's face about some bullshit. They don't need to yell at them. They just need to go, hey, we're going to lock you up in a cell. And when you want to leave, you won't be able to. And that's that. Fucked up. Lizzie, hello. Plut H. First time catching a stream live in so long. Don't usually comment, but have been watching for 4 to 5 years. Much love. I hope things are going well for you. As we continue, number 8. We live in Singapore. Oh shit, this will be insightful. And my brother had a friend who went to prison for sexual assault. From what I heard, though, through the grapevine, the caning was worse than the prison time. You telling me that in Singapore prison, and this was a day ago, this is why I'm even bothering to read this, because it was a day ago people were giving their stories, they actually take out a cane. So imagine if instead of a whip or something, or just like a billy club, they had a long, thin cane, like a rod, and they were whipping these motherfuckers. Damn. Even though the prison time was over a year and the caning was only 1 day, he got 18 strokes of the cane and never fully healed from it. Apparently he still has pretty severe chronic pain. Didn't realize how serious caning was as a punishment. 1 day you got caned 18 times and you have chronic pain from it. I guess it kind of puts it in perspective how some of us have pain that doesn't leave us when all we do is like sleep in a funny position. Because if it only takes a day, if it only takes 18 whacks for you to be fucked up forever, it's pretty scary stuff. You know, I find the actual, I find the punishment a little barbaric, but I definitely understand it as it pertains to a punishment for you know, for something as severe as this, unfortunately. And I guess it is incentive for people to fucking, you know, not do stupid shit. Which may seem a little bit intense or rude because, you know, someone may ask, oh, where do you stop then? Should everybody die for the things that they do? And is the death penalty incentive to get them to stop? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, hey, man, don't rape. The fuck? It's not rocket science. Don't rape. Number 7. The worst part about it was the Dementors. I really do like a very quick, clean entry that makes it clear that whoever asked this question should have put a serious tag on the entire list. You'd be the belle of the ball. I'm sorry. I just saw a Harry Potter thing on Twitter while I was looking for a good thumbnail. And boy, did I find it, ladies and gentlemen. Beholding. Oh, yeah. The truth of the matter is, I don't want that transition to play when I go back to the list. But I don't know how to get it to stop. Pretty messed up. As we continue, we arrive at number 6. I've been in a number of US jails. The food quality varies, but generally you'll be hungry from dinner 6 p.m. until breakfast 6 a.m. Usually you can get some commissary items by trading desserts or playing poker if you're actually good at it, but most of the time is spent sleeping, reading books, some people prefer TV, and you often don't get to choose what's on. I've generally been in a minimum security, so there haven't been many fights, but I've been on cell blocks where someone's freaking out for over an hour. And this inevitably happens around midnight when you're trying to sleep. Mostly, I've learned to keep my head down and do as the officers say. The beds suck, the food sucks, and you're inside at least 23 hours a day. 3 out of 10 would not recommend. Sounds pretty cush, bro. Sounds pretty cush. Sounds pretty cush, bro. I really do love a list that makes it seem like jail is and prison is kind of like a mild inconvenience. Yes, the beds are not of the greatest variety. I mean, a cot is effectively what everybody receives. A mat, if you will. A gym mat. A gym mat in the shape of a square. Something not even worthy of a yoga fucking placemat, you know? And here's your blanket. Oh boy. But that's the only complaint we've seen so far, is food, sleeping arrangements, and caning if you're in Singapore. So here we are at number 5. Honestly, jail was pretty chill. Well, there you go. I got popped for some simple weed possession. Texas, typical. My cellmates were, my cellmates were a friendly black man and a really old Indian man. He had some good conversation. Bullshit about how dumb my charge was. I got bailed out like 8 hours later. Nothing crazy happened. I did have to poop in front of them though. That was awkward. 5 out of 10. Would not do it again. Some of y'all getting more culture in your fucking 8-hour stay in jail than you've ever received in your entire life. Because some of these people are born in the situations where they only mingle with people that are identical to them. And hey, I recognize the fear, perhaps, that keeps people from straying too far from their comfort zones. But unless you genuinely talk to some people that are from a walk of life that is not similar to your own, you can't really say you're broadening shit, homie. You ain't broadening shit. You hanging out with other stupid ass white kids living in your gated communities and driving up and down on go-karts and just having the time of your life. You got to get outside, baby. You got to find yourself some quote unquote safe ethnics. I've heard white people refer to them as that before. Man, I don't know. I've grown up around a lot of white people that I want to say were in the pot with me, so to speak, which is to say, you know, we're rubbing elbows with the Mexicans, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, everybody. We just together, and we kind of just, you know, get our education. We get nice and aware of the world and how it works and everything around us, and, you know, the opportunities that are available to us, and how, you know, certain opportunities will pass some of us by, and how it will overlook others of us simply at a glance because of the race, the color of our skin, because of, you know, the gender that we may be, shit like that. And, I don't know, just becoming capable, you know, once you can't really make a plan when you don't know how things are, but the more you learn how things are, shit, you could get yourself nice and prepared, baby. You got to get yourself some friends from our walks of life. That's how you diversify. I'm talking about, you know what I was trying to do last night? And Dio was laughing at me all night. Let's really talk about it, y'all. Last night, I saw that TikTok could potentially have been banned by President Trump because this dude, you know, he bored. So it's time to ban TikTok. And I saw VPNs trending. Boy, if the normie children that are dancing and being fools on TikTok were actually going to learn what a VPN is, I was deciding, bitch, let me get some motherfucking stock in these VPNs. So I look up NordVPN and I find out who it's owned by. I actually use ExpressVPN. This is not a paid endorsement. So, you know, wait until I get a friend code before you use it if you're not. And the bottom line is, I could not find anything because I do not believe that they are publicly traded. And I was just so mad that I kept like old man mumbling and swearing out loud. I realized, you should make money off these fucking kids. And Dee would just look over and be like, what the fuck?
Because every other thought
that I had, it'd just be coming out just like, what do you mean it's not fucking? Well, if they're owned by this, then how can I? You know, God, man, it's a nightmare.
Like every other mumble would be, fuck these kids.
Fuck them kids, man.
Fuck them kids.
Make money off them kids, though. See what I'm saying? All right, number 4. In prison in Colorado, I roomed with a guy who killed his wife and her lover and slit his own throat. Yet he was a really nice person to me. There are gangs of every variety, and it was hard. You're not going to hear a lot of people say that when they stayed in a prison that they roomed with another person. You mean your cellie was? You mean you shared a cell? You mean you shared a... You know, the accommodations were lovely, and I have to say, you know, I left a good review on their website. I hope that they do better. You know, in time, I can see them actually taking care of business, and perhaps when opportunities really open up, I'll actually invest. You know, oh my God, that sounds like a 4 out of 5 star experience for you, buddy. I don't like the phrase "yet." You know, he was really nice to me. You know what I think a really well-adjusted person does? They focus their anger. You know, see, if we were all super well-adjusted, we'd be focusing all of our, you heard that inflection, super well-adjusted, we'd focus all of our emotion into something creative. And creative doesn't just mean art, you know, in the way of music, or, you know, you putting something on a canvas, or singing, or making some sort of video, like producing a movie or some stupid shit like that. I mean, creative in the way of making progress on any kind of project. You could even, you know, work on yourself. And if you can channel that frustration, that sadness, that, I don't know, that boredom at times into something that, that you can change, that's pretty dope. But, you know, to go lower than that, I'm just saying, I think it's more reasonable. It's like smart when shit affects you. If you're going to get mad, if you're going to, get crazy with the right people, This is why I think it's so easy to hate Karens, because they wild, they're insane. Some of the things that they take issue with, they're taking it out on the wrong people, my dude. And some of these like crazy, I don't want to call it like serial killer people. Some of these people going out to clubs and opening fire. You read their manifestos and they mad at all kinds of people, but they're taking it out on like the dumbest people. Nigga, what you doing going to a grocery store opening fire on people? Are you insane? It's just like, what's the point of any of this? If they were to make a movie about you, it would just be mad people going, I guess this bitch was just stupid as fuck. You know what I mean? There would be nothing heroic here. It wouldn't be about a person being pushed too far and finally pushing back. It would just be some dumb motherfucker that decided, oh, looks like I'm going to go down to the park. And it's like, why? What did they do to you? Nothing. They did nothing. Plute H says, super good working on my Animal Crossing island right now, and I just got the game and I'm pretty hyped. Well, I'm glad, and I hope that goes somewhere for you that you are impressed with. Join some Animal Crossing Discords, and perhaps they'll hit you with the inspiration you need. I'll be honest, I'm not as enthusiastic about that, knowing that I won't even be able to publish my island, because apparently it has trees on it that are not okay. And Nintendo is deciding, oof, if you have a tree and it's got star fragments on it, that is a no-no. So people are losing their mind, like reporting all of these worlds and getting them taken down because they technically have items on it that they're not supposed to have. And the crazy thing is, we should be able to decorate our islands the way we want to. Make them pretty, make them cute, They're trying really hard to make Animal Crossing this game that is super female, attractive. It's like appealing to women. And yes, the pets are cute or whatever, but they're taking a lot of the personality away from it. And when I say taking, I mean they already have taken. They kind of just suck now. And it's not a huge deal, but when you think about things like, what I think should be possible in Animal Crossing? Yes, the seasons are a big deal. But say that you have an island and you always want it to just be snowing. You shouldn't have to manipulate time to get it to snow. Say you have an island and you want it to be kind of like fall themed. Say you just want to have pink trees at all times of the year. Some of these girls are forced to stay in one time zone while they're showing off their island because they have built it around the fact that, okay, it needs to be fall, it needs to be winter, or it needs to be, cherry blossom time. Let me show you this picture of me and Dia standing in a, forest I created. So you see that tree with them crystal hearts? That's a glitched tree. That is a hacked tree. And it's not okay. You can't have that in an online world. So I guess nobody will come. You can visit my world, but I can't put it up in the Dream Suite because apparently this is against the rules. I also have more than 8 inclines on my island because I needed more than 8. Fuck you. As we continue up this list of Madman Animal Crossing, they're gonna put me in jail for this Animal Crossing bullshit. You did what? You avoided the warranty? And you have also committed crimes against man? What say you? Said the Lord. Well, look, I needed more than 8 inclines. Bitch, you going to hell. Number 3. It's not quite traditional jail. What does it mean? What do you think that means? This is how number 3 starts. Hey, do you guys have stories about going to jail or prison? And then somebody goes, it's not quite traditional jail. Where are they going with that? You ever know somebody that just got to answer even though they don't have an answer? And they just start moving their mouth, and I guess they're going to wing it. They're going to wing it. They're going to make it up as they go along. It's not quite traditional jail and doesn't last quite as long. As a matter of fact, it's not jail at all. I'm sorry. I was arrested back in the mid-'80s in my youth, living in the former Soviet Union in Eastern Europe, or Ear-Turn Europe. We're all kind of young when it comes to the 80s. Maybe that was something we didn't know about. I served 8 hours in a farm pit. Basically, it was just a concrete pit at a factory farm that's empty when you go in, but they shovel in pig shit as the pigs produce it. I thought I was getting off light with a 1-day punishment, But honestly, it's been almost 35 years and I'm still a wee bit traumatized from it and feel some anxiety when I see a pig farm, even in a movie. I never knew anything could smell or feel that bad. So naturally, we got two questions. Eight hours, you're in pig shit. You're not just like, it's not just like around you, you're effectively in it. The main question to me is, and I guess we'd need to ask somebody who either knows via experience or has the medical proficiency and the big titties enough to know, do your senses effectively just dull after that amount of time? And would you go insane as well? We know that if you put a motherfucker in a tank and deprive their senses of something, you know, they lose it. They lose it. And I think if we were in the situation, most of us would try what? Nigga, it's time to probably try to go to sleep? Or would you have to stay awake for fear of just choking on this shit? And the second question for me is, bitch, how deep is this shit? Are you knee deep? Is it up to your waist? Because when you talk about feeling, something makes me feel like maybe it's up to like your chest even. Was there a chance of you being consumed? Does pig shit have the buoyancy of water? If you were submerged in it, would you be able to get up? You know what I mean? I always think about these dudes who are stupid enough to try to go swimming in a tanker full of gasoline. Gasoline's not water. They fell down and drowned because you can't swim up gasoline, my dude. It's not how it works. That's not how it works. If you needed it explained to you, maybe you shouldn't have gone swimming. Some people got one chance to learn the lesson, and as they're learning it, it's the last thing they're ever going to do. How sad is that? How sad is it to have been chosen among all of the sperm to be the one that gets nursed into a fucking baby, and via all of the complications that can happen while your stupid ass parents decide to have you, my dude. You could have born addicted to crack. You could have been born, you know, too early, preemie, don't make it. Any number of tumors, maybe attached to another twin, and only one of you's gonna make it and you're not the one. Do you know what I mean? Could have been miscarried, you name it. But instead, you made it, and you lived your entire life to die with your final thought being, I wish I hadn't done this. I guess death's coming for all of us. It's not the end of the world, is it? Beth says, I've seen a couple of videos of animal births on farms on my Facebook video feed. You're talking about Facebook and how you have a feed. You're not. Y'all ain't ashamed? I don't know. What's going on with y'all? What's going on with y'all at Facebook? Y'all ain't a little bit ashamed to use Facebook? You know? As a man who plays a lot of Fortnite, because it's fun to me, and I'll be the first to admit that, you know, hey, you know, when they do update Fortnite, which they update, this is my excuse for playing Fortnite, is that they update it more than any other game. On a weekly basis, we're expecting to see different things, different ways to play, shit like that in Fortnite. They're cycling out different game modes, and as a guy who likes an evolving experience, I certainly want something that is updating more frequently than less frequently. But to say that I lack the self-awareness enough to know that Fortnite is pretty lame, you know what I mean? And that playing it and being proud of it certainly isn't something that I should do. I feel like everybody should feel that way about Facebook. It's one thing to have a site that's just going to help you log into a lot of bullshit sites really easy because Facebook sucks and you're just like, man, if I make this account, then when I go to some of these terrible sites and they're like, hey, why don't you make an account? And I'm like, no. And they're like, well, you can log into your Facebook. And I'm like, good. Facebook doesn't really know anything about me. Facebook knows everything that I've told it, which is lies. It's a series of lies. You know what I'm talking about? Do you believe that, Facebook? You ever get asked your age? I was born in 1900. Am I old enough for your webpage now? Listen, as we continue up this list, we finish Beth's comment first. I've seen a couple of birth videos. I couldn't go through that stuff. Well, you know. What is Lizzie saying? They need to save ideas for the next game. Linda says, Lizzie, I was so confused until I realized you were talking about Animal Crossing. Lizzie says, yeah, I think it's dumb that you can't put rugs outside too. Like, why not? And then she goes on to say they're saving ideas for the next game. That's not what this is. Lizzie, this is not what this is. Trust me when I say that there are a variety of things in Animal Crossing that's made it abundantly clear that they're genuinely incompetent, okay? Genuinely incompetent. It's the only excuse for doing some of the things the way that they did it, because there are a variety of what we call quality of life updates that need to find its way into Animal Crossing, because it's taken so many steps in the way of not being the experience that Animal Crossing used to be, to prove to most of us who have been playing this game for genuine years. It's been almost a decade since the last game, or over a decade, right? Since the last game came out. But it just doesn't get it. It still doesn't get it. And it's really wild. It's really confusingly, like, amusing. And they could have been heartless. So it's like, I don't know what to say. Again, I always think that Animal Crossing, when it decided that the villagers can't leave, this is what made Animal Crossing terrifying. Okay? There's this moment that actually got me emotional when Dia demanded that we sit down and watch this Animal Crossing movie. This villager leaves. Spoilers for the Animal Crossing movie if you weren't going to watch it. If you haven't seen it already, you probably weren't going to watch it. A villager leaves, right? And then the main character just starts crying. And it's fucked up. Because if anybody who's played Animal Crossing before, like a couple of months ago, right? You know that experience in the Animal Crossing games. You will inevitably, one day after making an Animal Crossing world, back in the day, you would log in to find that someone has moved away. They didn't need your permission. Villagers could just decide, you know what, I'm fucking out of here. And you would show up and they'd be gone. And if you cared about those villagers, oh no, it would truly be something that was like, what could I have done? What could I have done? Plut H says Animal Crossing movie. Let me find that for his little PPS. You better watch out. Them politicians are gonna come get your body. The movie is called Dobutsu no Mori. And if you are going to watch it, it is in fact in Japanese. Get ready for some subtitles. Okay, you're gonna watch yourself an anime movie. And as a man that finds a lot of this stupid shit pretty lame, I liked it. Wasn't bad. Especially if you're getting into Animal Crossing now. I think it was kind of cute. Not a big deal. But what I'm saying is they took that out. So it's like you're being considerate and kind and making it so villagers request the opportunity to leave only if you want them to, you know? Weird. Number 2. 50 days in jail. It was cold. It was boring. It smelled like bleach and feet. Better than pig shit. The worst part was hearing a guy screaming for deputies because his chest hurt. They ignored him. He had a heart attack and died a few feet from me. That's jail, boy. That's jail. Nobody cares. And the funny thing is, that shit will not make it to any kind of print. It won't make it to any kind of news. You know, that guy's story won't be told. You understand? The story could be, listen, the guards could come in and billy club the shit out of this dude and tell him to shut the fuck up. And then he died right there. And the story would be that they just found him dead. You know, shit happens. Epstein killed himself. Wow. I can't believe this. You believe what happened? Looks like he did a flip. Wow. How did he do that? And he hanged himself. He hanged himself and had a heart attack at the same time. I think he had a cyanide pill. It was a tooth. It was a fake tooth. Swallowed it. Wow. This guy. We were trying so hard to keep him alive too. Shit happens. Number 1. Okay. Just keep scrolling apparently. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. As we begin this autobiography, I've had multiple stays at county jail in Texas. Every minute of it sucks. Having your freedom stripped from you is a terrible experience, even if you know you won't be in for long. I visited my dad in prison when I was a kid, and one thing that stuck with me from then to the time that I went to jail was the smell. All jails and prisons seem to have a same funky ass BO/mildew smell. In county jail, the food is horrible and they give you just enough nutrients to survive. People think that everyone works out, but it's hard to have the energy or build muscle with the amount of food that they give you. You have to be able to make commissary to get more food. Commissary is very necessary. In county, it can be prohibitively expensive for a lot of people. Packs of ramen go for like $1 each. In state prison, they feed you more and commissary is cheaper. You can also get items not in county jail, like sodas and ice cream. Depending on where you're situated, you'll most likely be grouped with offenders who have done similar level crimes. What? What kind of fucking hilarious situation are you talking about? Most of the time, Dia, trust me when I say this shit. If you're not talking about like, what's the name? Blue collar, you know? If you haven't gotten somebody on like fraud or something nice and expensive sounding like that, my dude, if you haven't hit them with them real crimes where they put you up in the upper fucking bing bongs, you're going to be situated with absolute psychopaths, murderers, granny rapers, you know, people beheading and slicing up kids, you name it. You're going to be situated with just some of the weirdest people because they don't care and it doesn't matter. You know, half of these things are at capacity, you know, it's like whatever. They want you to fuck up in there anyway. They want you to get into something with somebody. It's meaning non-violent housed with non-violent offenders and vice versa. Why, right. There are times that this isn't true. Even though I was in a non-violent driving offense, I was housed with people on trial for armed robbery, murder, attempted murder, and I'm not sure why I was put in that tank. I don't have any history of violence, but it doesn't matter. Are y'all confused in there? You're fucking cattle now. More so than before. We're cattle out here, depending on who you talk to. But maybe it's the way that I look. I don't know. I should read this like really, like I'm in despair, Dia. One of the murderers was actually a really nice guy, to me anyway. And I got along with him really well. We discussed philosophy and played chess every day. Okay. Pedos do not get treated like social media or movies want you to believe. They get put in segregated protective custody and are basically untouchable. It's true. Yeah, it's true.
That's what I was telling you.
Like cops too.
That's what I was telling you, and you're like, no, they have to put them in general population. It's like, no, they don't.
No, babe. Okay. I'm very sorry. And let me tell you something. There's a big difference between jail and prison, obviously. Jail is where you hang out before you get out or before your trial or before a hearing. Prison is where they put you when you are in here now and you gonna be here for a while. Do you get what I'm saying? Prison's where all bets are off and it's like, who gives a shit? I'm not saying that certain people won't still qualify for protective segregation or custody or isolation, but normally in jail, they throw your ass in a fucking room, in a tank, in a cage, literally a big ass cage with maybe like 12 bunk beds. So that's 24 niggas in a cage, straight up. And they don't care what happens. They'll come in when somebody hit the ground and if enough people are yelling or if things get too quiet. Man, these stories are so boring. I could hit this whole list with stories that are genuinely amazing and fun, okay? But
alright, let's hear it.
Now, Dia.
Your top 10 stories.
Top 10 jail stories. Coming in at number 10. I need to take it down a notch and just chill out for a while. I heard if you attack a pedo in jail, you have to be charged with a hate crime. Will you hear this? I have not been able to verify the accuracy of this claim. You rarely see full sunlight or full darkness. There's always a light on, fluorescent lights. They'll drive you crazy, buzzing all the time. Being sick in jail is terrible. Medical care is lacking. If you're sick, they give you a couple of Advil per day, and that's it. Mental illnesses are rampant. Some people are on their meds and stable. Others have conditions that are undiagnosed and untreated, but clearly they are off their rocker. Linda asks if I am on Top Chat. Yes, I am. I'm sorry that I was missing things. So there you go. There it is now. Pathological liars are everywhere. where everybody got to lie in jail, baby. Let's be real. Somebody charges you in jail, you got to defend yourself. But it's almost like school, where they have a, quote, zero tolerance policy. So if you're in trouble, and this is something that I'd never admit to, because who would admit to it if it ever happened to me? But if I were attacked in jail, what I probably would have done is situate and sort this situation out as fast as humanly possible, right? Before maybe patrolling whoever might see, and then pretend like it had nothing to do with me, so that when they discover somebody that's fucked up, perhaps unconscious, you know, only they get in trouble. Because nobody's going to be in there like, he did it. You know what I mean? How you think things are going to go for his ass later when he's like, oh, him right there. You living in a cage with other dudes.
Looks like you're cruising for a bruising, bro.
Majin Mango. Says evening, everyone. So yes, you lying for survival, bitch. What the fuck you talking about? Oh, they're pathological liars. Everyone is innocent. Everyone is a big time drug dealer. Even you, dude, telling the story? Everyone is hard as fuck and gangster. You get really tired of hearing people talk about all the money and shit that they have on the outside world, but they're asking you for a shot of coffee because they don't have any money on the books. Coffee, stamps, and ramen work like currency. You can buy different things and services from other inmates. I used to draw, fill out paperwork, write letters, and file motions for other dudes to help pass the time. Daytime TV is the most obnoxious shit ever. All TV sucks, fuckboy. You know, you need to get with that program. This was written a day ago. What kind of motherfucker is watching TV in the last 10 years? You know, I was watching TV when Lost was on. That was around the last time I was watching TV. You know when Lost ended?
Early 2000s.
When was Lost on? September 20, 2004 is when it started. Let's assume that maybe 2008, 2009. It says it ended in 2010. So that's about 10 years ago. And I didn't watch Lost to completion. Y'all gotta get with it, boy. The internet was in full swing, dear. You know how many different ways of acquiring, and I would never condone anybody doing anything extra legal. But I'm gonna name some things for the sake of the progression of the internet. I remember Napster, right? I remember Kazaa. I remember LimeWire. And after those, I'm pretty sure we jumped right into the torrenting software. Straight up. And I remember I had like Mac computers, and they had their own stupid little BitTorrent clients. It's just great. The internet's been great. It's really funny now because everything's shut down, so I feel like a lot of people are jumping on the animation, bandwagon. A bit late, though. You know how long this week's gonna be? Me trying to get to this Avengers game, just so I can get the glitches, guys. I'm trying to expose mad glitches. Ew, I got some of the ugliest messages because I put a TikTok thing that said, I hope TikTok burns in hell on Snapchat, and people sending me messages talking about how it's not that bad. I bet you could fit your fist in your mouth. Don't try it. I love you guys, but I bet those people. Dia, look at the cover. There's a UFO on it. Wow, UFO, wow. Look, dudes in jail will be gathered around the TV watching The View, arguing over the dumbest shit. Gay shit happens, but not like you see on TV. If you're a straight dude, you might be shocked about what you see in the showers. In the showers, sandals are required. Bitch. They ain't required, but if you know what the hell you're getting into, you're definitely gonna want to keep them on your feet. I think the craziest thing in the world would be if somebody was dared to lick the shower floor in a men's jail, dude. If you go if you go barefoot in the shower, you will end up with a foot infection. Foot infection? More like a foot pregnancy. Am I right, Dia? I once saw a dude coming off heroin lay down on the floor in the shower. I wanted to puke. There's a year of caked germs and calcified semen on those shower floors and walls. Well, you know, we got a jacket, man. What do you want? Rape is fairly uncommon, but chances are higher in jail than the free world. For the most part, nobody is trying to take your booty hole. Jailhouse snitches and thieves are hated. If you get caught stealing, you better hope you can fight, because you about to get fucked up on sight, baby, over a pack of fucking noodles. You about to die for a soup. Tray for a soup. There's probably more, but these are the main things that I realized in jail. There's a probably more. There's a problem. Did he write that? Hold on. That was up. No, I said it. So I guess I'm Italian now, huh? There's a probably more.
That's amore.
I think my chest is bothering me. I need to lay down. It's been a long day. I actually got to leave the house and pay some damn bills. I hope I don't have the corona, Dia.
Same.
I don't deserve it. I just wanted to live in my house. Why are these people playing around? I want y'all to go into my Discord and share stories of people who all they say is annoying shit and you just don't get it. Because it's like when you're a woman, you can get away with a lot of things, whether or not you have huge titties. Because somebody's going to put up with that. You're a girl. You have a hole that they're trying to fill. But as a dude, and like what you would imagine are either A, unattractive dudes, or B, a dude talking to another dude. So it's like all you have is your personality. And if you're being like terrible in a way that nobody can stand, why the fuck is anybody gonna want to deal with you? And you know what? They probably confused about why nobody loves them, and they make a message board to bitch about it.
It's messed up. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm like the other guys. I'm really nice to her, and I opened the door, and she didn't even say thank you. I opened the door.
The audacity.
I opened the door.
The humanity.
He opened the door. Okay.
Did you open the door?
Yeah. So I've seen guys open doors for girls. Sometimes I walk through it, and then I say thank you. Bitch.
Oh, I thank you. I see that you're such a kind gentleman.
Oh, thank you.
You're also opening the door for me, a man.
Hey, could you hold this camera? Hey, girl. Bam, 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 bam. What the fuck? I was nice to you. I would have given you the world. Honestly, I think the funniest thing in the world is when like people who are supposed to be done with each other are still like texting one another, you know, and maybe there's like a kid involved or some shit. So it's exactly what both of them want because they have a genuine excuse to just be constantly going at each other. And then they get social media involved where they're posting like the conversations between them. Look at the things he says to me. Look at what this dirty ass hoe be doing all the time. And it's like, I don't know who to be more embarrassed for, you know? It's embarrassing the fact that you're posting this online. It's embarrassing that there's a kid in the mix here, you know? Imagine if this little motherfucker grew up and like found all of this shit from your parents bitching online. Talking about your stretch marks and all kind of nonsense like this in an online platform.
They will. I'm pretty sure that by the time these kids are coming up, there will be like a public library where you can look someone up, like a book, and you'll see everything they've ever posted.
I put myself in the hospital for a night just to see how your father would act. And the things he did. I caught him while I was in the hospital. Hey, Twitter, listen, look at these pictures. I was in the hospital.
When?
Last night.
So they discharged you?
Yeah, because, like, they was talking about nothing was wrong or whatever, but, you know, I was in the hospital. Oh, my God. And this man, he got with this bitch named Stacy. I can't believe it.
All right, look. I want you guys to stay amazing. I want you to live long. I want you to prosper. Yay, good. This is good news because I know AT&T is losing
People.
it's losing specifically cable, you know? Like they're cutting the cord for cable television. So to know that Comcast is losing shit too, change the world, my final message, goodbye. No, he is like a, oh my god, let me look at this. Oh no. It's just somebody saying that, like, because it's a cringe subreddit. So if they ban TikTok, then there will be no content for the Reddit. My heart goes out to all the heroes on Facebook that are just there to peep some of that terrifying, you know. Ugh. I'm gonna get in better shape, everybody. So, y'all take it easy. Sometimes you gotta live your best life, you know? And for me, I gotta be able to fit into a really clean Beetlejuice suit. Put on all the makeup. Get the hair all over the place. And just start being an asshole. I think people will be fine with it because I'm dressed up like Beetlejuice. Unless they're like, you know, TikTok kids. Hey, I want to see something messed up. Check this out. Where did it go? Here it is. There you go. True Silver says, hey Kyle, how's that Clockwork Orange review coming along? You'd be surprised the things that I just make extreme and impressive progress with and then just stop. So I need to just finish it. I just talked over an entire episode of The Simpsons and I have that to release as well. And it's not like it's done, but there's no editing required. It was really just me talking over, I'm sorry for having that up in case that was bothering you. Are these feet? If you want millennials to be more patriotic, try putting a pair of sexy feet on the flag. Oh. Say, can you see? No. What? No. I'm just looking at it, YouTube. I don't want you to come at me. I don't believe in this, okay? Wow. Wow, you guys. Wow. Let's take a look at public freakouts. That's the wrong subreddit as usual. She's real? Why is she moving so slow? Oh my god, she's real and you went up and was... Oh my god. I love it. Because I think that's what we'd all do. We'd start copping a feel like, this is so cute.
Like, what are you doing? It's like, oh.
Damn, she's tall! Oh my gosh! I didn't realize. I thought perhaps she was standing on a platform. Not only is she tall, but she's moving really slow. Dia, remember I told you in making a movie, if you're wanting to exaggerate something's size and make it seem huge, that you make it move a little bit slower as well? She's doing that. You can't be tall and be moving slow like a movie. What the fuck?
Like a movie.
What the fuck are you doing? Making people think they won a large biking competition. Oh, that sounds rude. Woman finds the teen that has been bullying her daughter. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, she putting her stuff down. Oh Lord Jesus. She about to attack this house. Ow, she's a brick. House. Do you know what she is, Dia?
Brick house.
You know what else she is?
What?
She's mighty. Just letting it all hang out. Oh, she's a brick. Every time I click it because I want to unpause it, it opens a new window. Do you know how you ruin the flow of my things that I do? Oh, my Jesus, Lord, she slapped out. Oh, Jesus, the Lord. Oh, the life. What happened to your dignity? Because it has been struck. She was hit by. She was struck by, Dia.
Oh, smooth criminal.
Call Donald Trump. Not call Donald Trump right now.
Well, they just want this guy to leave. What's going on here?
White supremacists, the Aryan nation will rule the world. People covered in tattoos are going to be my closest relatives.
Hey, we got children in here.
I don't give a fuck. Call Donald Trump, please.
Come on.
Bruh, look at this dude with his pants down. Say what you want about a lot of black people letting their pants sag beneath their ass, Dia. At least the button is buttoned. You know, I don't want to see a man's, like, swollen crotch, you know? Oh.
More than a third tested positive for alcohol. Almost 1 in 10 had cocaine in their system.
I love cocaine.
Okay. It's messed up. High speed highway. Can you? No, please. Oh, you're playing all this. Why do they do this to me? Guy was dating his mother and beating her. Okay, and then he got a beating. Fucked up the. Can you shut up? I think I like her better. Don't look at her like she crazy, bitch. What are you doing at this Sonic filming your stupid ass video? Some people ain't trying to be part of your gay. Boy, you know, I can't stand people sometimes, boy. Ain't nothing wrong with shooting something in public. But why here? Why here, homeboy? Is this the area for that? I'ma film this in front of the Sonic while people out here checking their orders and stuff. Cool. What? That girl's a hero. That girl's a hero. Man, look. I don't just hate TikTokers, okay? Why are there X's on the ground like they're marks? Like this is a set. That's pretty weird. She hit that mark too. He was really looking at her like, you know, she was the crazy one. And everybody wearing a mask, you out here with no mask, please. Ugh. Portland not backing down. Is this going on in Portland now? God damn. 22 hours ago. Wow. Wow. My little brother gets beat up by a drunk adult for riding his bike too close to him. That's messed up. Linda says the X marks off 6 feet. Oh, it's like a social distancing thing. It's still funny because on a set, sometimes that is how a mark will go. Like on a film set, Linda. So when I say she hit her mark, it still applies. It's pretty amusing. I get that they're there to signify where people should stand in line to put distance between them and somebody else.
Why you coming in front of everybody in line, man? You fucking punk.
It's a fucking stop sign! Follow the fucking law, dickhead!
Where you going, in line? Where's the line at here, pal?
The fucking line is right here!
The line is here, asshole.
Kiss my fucking ass!
Your mother.
These guys have such fantastic, like, neighbors fighting over, like, a tree energy. That used to be most of this subreddit. I guess the world went nuts because everybody's getting stir crazy. Cabin fever. Loss of identity. What do you mean I can't go out and just be the prettiest person in the room? I don't understand. What? I was talking to somebody online the other day, but they couldn't see my face to know that I'm better and more attractive than them. So I was just like any other person in there. Jeez. Don't they know? Look, and then my friend, she has huge titties, but she couldn't just whip them out. If only she had a baby or something, and then she could be like, "Hey, everybody, I gotta breastfeed," and it's natural and it's normal. So look at these big breasts that are mine, and I'm breastfeeding, and it's my God-given right. You better not have anything to say about me breastfeeding. God damn it! The guy punches older lady and gets what's coming to him. Damn. But where's the old lady? Battle of the Sun. Ooh! Ooh! The Kyle channel does not condone violence, and I didn't know it was going to go down like that. But the bottom line is, I'm a comedy critique guy, okay? And the truth of the matter is, what did the stabbed person say before getting stabbed, dude? What are you gonna do, stab me? And this woman, she did in fact say, "You're not gonna hit me." That's what she said. Oh. And much like lightning, where the hit occurred before the frames, even caught up. Wow. I'm living in a box. I'm living in a cardboard box. Love you guys, and I will catch you soon. Hey, this is cool. A couple who yelled white power at black man and his girlfriend are arrested for hate crimes.
Nice.
So, cute assholes coming in talking about free speech and all this bullshit. Like they weren't going out of their way to specifically target some bastards, who are just living their life. Just living their life. And you're all like, "Yeah, I'm so triggered. You know what? You stupid black, you dark, Oh, white power. It's like, why? Why? What did they do to you? Do they even register on your radar? Do they think about you? How do people roast themselves so hard without knowing it? You're thinking about other people, which means they're occupying hot time on your mind. It's one thing if the world can't stop talking about them, but when some people get so triggered by some individuals that are like of genuine irrelevance to them and their life, Weirdly, the article does not mention that they both damaged the victim's car. One with a shovel, one by grabbing the view mirror? You're telling me it wasn't just them yelling that? They damaged the car of the victims. White people hate is out of control.
Because they know that their time is up.
But hear me out. Why in God's name did the news omit the fact that there was violence? There was effectively an assault. The only thing separating that was separating it from like a physical assault on these people is the vehicle. And a shovel is a weapon, my dude. Does that elevate the assault to aggravated?
Yep.
That's a weapon. You picked up a weapon, bitch. You gonna throw hands with somebody, that's the one thing I can advise don't do. Don't pick up a weapon, baby. Because if shit goes down the wrong way and there weren't enough cameras on you to show that it was in a way self-defense, maybe, that weapon is going to separate you from some time. G. Van Arsdale, don't pick up a weapon, bro. Unless you're defending yourself. In which case, grab the best one. You know the one. You know what I'm talking about. Love you. I love you all. Have a great night. Roll away into your bed, into your bathtub, into your, seated position while you play some video games. I love you. Show me that you know the meaning of taking care of yourself so that I'll see you tomorrow. I love Hold My Cosmo. One and then we're done. One and then we're done. This girl's having a good time. Is she gonna fall? Ew, that bitch is drunk. Damn, seems like a frame's missing even. Oh yeah, she was okay, she turned it into a split too. Why'd they cut it off? She was trying to recover with her drunk ass. Hold my fries while I get the social. Oh my god, no, with the laughing. That lady looked like she had her ass out. Why y'all hoping for titties when they all like small as hell? And there's nothing wrong with like, I guess, non-dia boobs, I guess. But some girls don't know how to work them, And I'm gonna let y'all go before this turns into a full-fledged 3-hour rant, because if there's one thing I could talk about for a hot minute, it's how, and they say you've ever heard the phrase, it's not the size that matters, it's the motion in the ocean. It's a really gay way to put it, but the message is in there and I get it. I feel like it's the same way with the boobage. It's not about, look at Dia's papoose hanging out.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy. Love you. Bye. If you watch this video after the fact, please leave nothing but love in the comment section about me and my amazing thumbnail that I used for this video. How does he do it? He's such a showman, Such a showman. Get into the Discord, get crazy. Not too crazy. And I'll get you notifications of these streams. Follow me on Twitter or DM me if you need to, or you do it in the Discord.